Hello, thank you for joining me today. This is Jill Chapman from Paper Daisy Crafting. I'm a UK Stampin' Up demonstrator, bringing you lots and lots of projects and information and products from Stampin' Up. And today I want to show you their latest paper pumpkin kit. Now, what I should say is this is I think we're up to number 21 of my card making for beginners kit series. And today I thought I'd introduce the paper pumpkin kit. Any of the kits that are in our catalogues would be perfect if you're a beginner crafter, because some of them come with everything that you need. So those are called all-inclusive project kits. And then there's also other project kits that you need to buy the kit, and then you might need a stamp pad or something. And the idea of those was that when we were able to run in face-to-face classes, in-person classes, we could provide the stamp set and the inks, and you would buy the kit, and then you'd be able to make all your cards up slightly cheaper than buying the all-inclusive kits. But the all-inclusive kits are actually very good value for money, because remember, although you'll make, I don't know, sometimes 12 cards, and they might seem quite a big layout. I think some of them are £30 now. But actually you'll be left over with a stamp set, a stamp pad, loads of other bits and pieces. So it's not like you can only make those cards. You will have other bits and pieces left over to add to your stash. Paper Pumpkin is slightly different. It's an out-of-catalogue product. In the States, in North America, they have Paper Pumpkin subscription. So people can pay a subscription and they get a kit like this every month for their subscription, which is great. Stampin' Up don't do that in the European market at the minute, but they do occasionally release one of the Paper Pumpkin kits so that we can sell it. They're very good value for money. This is £20 and you can make 8 cards, but with, like I say, you get a stamp pad and a stamp set left over. So for £20, normally the stamp set would cost £20 on its own. In the Paper Pumpkin kit, you get everything you need to make the cards as well. So I thought I'd open it with you today. This one is called Joy to the World. It's got a beautiful box, and actually what you could do is make a little label. Use this as a gift box and just put a little label on there and cover up the paper pumpkin. And the sides, put something around the sides. It's a very nice sturdy craft box. Comes all wrapped in tissues. I'm sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Comes all lovely wrapped in tissue, and we'll have a look at what we get here. So first thing we get, I think I'll move that out of the way so we can look at it carefully, is the instruction leaflet. So these are the cards that we could be able to make with the kit, and these are some suggestions for alternatives. I'm going to do another video where I make these 2 cards up and also show you some alternative designs to use your kit. So that will be fun. So those are the 8 cards that you can make. Got gold foiling on the backgrounds here, and then you've got these beautiful lined envelopes as well, which are really great. So and it's all pictorial really. There's very little written instructions. It's all really not very many written instructions. It's all pictorial, just showing you what to do. And then we've got a flyer as well, which is just the Paper Pumpkin flyer leaflet. Shows you that card in a bit more detail. And then we have got this lovely stamp set. Now, sometimes when they produce a Paper Pumpkin kit, I don't buy it. But actually, I love this stamp set. I love the wreath. I love this Merry Christmas. I like this Joy to the World, being able to do that. Sending joy to you or yours. You've got holly berries to go on the wreath. You've got this lovely greeting, wishing you a very happy Christmas filled with fun and laughter. I might well cut that in half and just have wishing you a very happy Christmas. And then you've got this little floral, which doesn't have to be Christmas. That could be for any occasion. Could stamp your own DSP, your own backgrounds with that, or use that as a feature on a card. So I think this alone is worth £20. So you get everything else for free if you look at it like that. And then we've got all the bits and pieces that go together to make the kit. So first of all, we've got a little Just Jade stamping spot, which is great to have. I love having stamping spots because they're much easier to use on the Stamparators. And then we've got some Cherry Cobbler, which is our dark red twine here to add to the cards. And if I could find the end, I would just unroll that so you can see. It's a very, very fine baker's twine, but lovely colour, lovely Christmassy colour. You've got that, and I don't know how much of that you get, but it's quite a big reel. And then we get all the bits and pieces. Let me take these out of the box and show you. So we've got lots of die cut labels here, so enough to make all the cards in the box, and they've got stitching detail around them as well. They're all die cut, all ready just to push out, so that's great. Don't need anything to cut out. These are the gorgeous envelopes. They're really thick, really lovely quality envelopes, and really, can you see, lined right down inside. Really, really gorgeous. Love this pattern. And actually, what I'm going to do is cut up one of these envelopes and use that pattern on one of my alternative cards, because I love that paper. You get 8 little sheets of embossed cardstock. This is like almost like knitting, like a sweater. And we used to have an embossing folder that did that embossed like that. I don't think it was in the catalogue anymore. Got 3 rectangles and 3 little squares. Got a whole sheet of dimensionals, and again, you know, our dimensionals coming back, I think they're £3.75. You get a whole sheet for free in here, so that's worth having. I'm just going to leave them to the last. We'll do this. Oh, little enamel dots, little white enamel dots here, really pretty. Haven't worked out what they're for yet, actually. Don't know. They're not. They might be glue. Actually, they're glue dots. That's what they are. They're little glue dots to glue things on with. Oh, I get it. So maybe the foiled elements. They're to glue the foiled elements on. Excellent. And then we get 8 of these bases. These bases are lovely. Really lovely cardstock. A crumb cake, I would say. And nice size. And then lovely gold foiling. And these wouldn't have to be used just for Christmas. You could use these for any occasion. So again, you could make some lovely cards with those. And you get 4 of them going vertically and 4 going horizontally. Okay, they then get these die cuts. So you've got 5. So we've got more than enough to make the cards in your kit. You only need 4 to make the wreaths and 4 lots of flowers. So you've got loads of these to make. This coordinates with the flower in the kit. And then the wreath, you can use the stamp to stamp over there just to give it a bit more life. And actually, I've got a really good tip for you about using how to line that up, because somebody did a video which I watched, and it's a good way to line that up perfectly. And then you've got these lovely gold elements. You've got 2 sheets of these. You've got 4, so you've got 4 altogether gold banners. And then you've got all these phrases, all these words that are in 3 different languages. So you've got, in English, you have got joy, you've got peace, and you've got love. And then you've got amour, which I know is French, and Liebe, which is German. And then you've got paix, which I think is French for peace, and joie for joy. And then harmony must be peace, I think, in French. Oh, maybe, I don't know which one that is then. And Freude. Not quite sure what that is. Is that peace, or is that joy? It might be joy in German. But anyway, it's very useful if you've got relations or friends in Germany or France, to use those would be really great. So that's the content of the kit. I did think what I might do on here is make one of the cards up, so maybe we will do that. So I am going to make up the wreath card. So I'm going to make this card up. So you'll see how easy it is, because I won't have done this before. I haven't really looked at it very closely. So I need one of the blanks with the horizontal lines, which is that one. I'm going to use that. I'm going to need, just get my burnisher out, one of the wreaths here. And I will show you this little trick for lining it up. This set, the only thing this set doesn't come with is a block. They were finding that adding a block added to the cost of them, and they thought that a lot of people who were buying the kits wouldn't need a block, so they've taken the blocks out. So you might need to buy a block if you want to make the kit and use the stamp set. So there's, I'm going to mount my wreath. And I'm going to ink it up with the Just Jade. In fact, I'm not going to open that Just Jade. I'm going to use my big pad just because I've already got a Just Jade ink spot. So I don't want to use that one. That might well be a customer gift or something at some stage. Might be a gift for somebody. I like to have a little stash of gifts. Right, there we go. Right, so the knack for this, I hope I can do this, was that she said where there's the most notable notch, which is there, can you see there's a really big notch, and where on the stamp there are 2 lots of leaves on the outside, so not the ferny ones, the proper leaves, 2 together, they go at the top. So let's position this again. Let's position them round there. Let's try this and see if this little tip. I think it was Rachel Tessman that said this, so thank you, Rachel, if it was your tip. So stamp that into the Just Jade, and then with that there and that there, she reckoned that you could stamp this and line it up. I don't think it particularly matters if you don't line it up particularly well. I think it's going to look fine, but obviously if there is a way to make it look better, there we go. Brilliant. Lovely. And the berries really shine through well. Okay, so I need a sheet of the embossed cardstock. It's like card making by numbers here. There we go. So I'm going to put my pad away before I... right, I think that is raised up on dimensionals, but actually before we raise it up, it's got some twine wrapped around it. So I will try and do that. I'm not very good with twine, some of you might know, but we will give it a go. See how easy it is to do this. So we'll have a length there. We'll just wrap round, 2-3 times round, and tie a little bow in there. Actually, I'm going to tie, no, I'm not. Always goes wrong tying a bow for me on camera. I don't have any problems normally, and then as soon as I'm on camera, it all becomes a bit fingers and thumbs. There we go. That's not bad. It's probably not got as much tension on it as I'd like, but hey ho, hey ho. Let's try and trim that off a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's all right. Oh, it's come undone. It's not all right. Obviously didn't tie that very well. Right, let's try it with a knot in it. Let's try again. I haven't got very much to work with now because I've trimmed off the ends. That's why I always cut a bit longer and then trim the ends off. There we go. That's not going anywhere. Right, okay. Right, okay, so I think this needs to go up on dimensionals. So what I will do, if I can find my dimensionals, buried under all my rubbish, is I will stick, let me just work out where I want the wreath to go. Where did I put the wreath? Where do I want the wreath to go? There. That would be fine. So I'm going to put the dimensionals actually on top of the twine just to hold them in place. So 2 big dimensionals there, and then there and there, like so. And I might just put 1 in the middle just to prevent it sagging too much in the middle if it goes through the post. There we go. Take all the backing off. There we go. I can see I'm going to have a lot more time in my craft room this week because I'm not really supposed to be socialising with anyone. So whereas I was going out for a walk with friends, I've been told that that's probably not such a good idea with the virus levels so rampant at the minute. So I think I'm just going to be stuck in my craft room this week. Right, there we go. So I might do that up a little bit, just up there. And that's going to go on dimensionals as well. So you can see how easy it is to put this card together. Like so. Oh, I'm wondering if this is self-adhesive, this foil. No, I don't think so. Just thought that might be quite an easy way of sticking it. I'm just not sure. Is it? Don't think so. Just trying to see if I can get it backing off. Sometimes it's difficult to get backing off. No, I don't think it is. I'm going to have to find some way of sticking that in a minute. I'd have so much to edit out if I ever did any editing, wouldn't I? I'd edit that bit out of my video, but as you know, I don't edit, so won't be going anywhere. Right, okay, I'm going to stick that like that on there. Very pretty little wreath, love it. And then what should we do? Should we do joy, or should we do love, or should we do peace? We'll do joy to the world, I think. So I'm going to take this out. Actually, what I'm going to do, this doesn't come in the kit, but I'm just going to, I don't think I need any more dimension on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue and just glue it onto there. I think a little bit of Tombow. Just glue it in a few places, just with the fine tip of the Tombow, like so. Like that. There we go. Joy, it's lovely. It's very sparkly, that gold foil. And then don't forget to take out the dot on the J and add that as well. It does stay in the foil thing actually. When you die cut, quite often I lose the dots of things, but actually it stayed in position on that, so that was really good. So a little bit of, I might put it on the card actually, the glue. There we go. This would be a really quick way of churning out at least 16 cards, and you could actually, if you've got a few things in your stash, you could certainly make a few more. Right, now I need the banners, which are here. I think it's one of the little banners. And it's going to go there. Goes over the joy, really. It goes over the J, so like that. And it's I need to stamp to the world on there, so I need the stamp set again, and to the world, so joy to the world on a block. And again with the Just Jade. Actually, I quite like it with just joy on it. I'm not sure I need this. I'll stamp it and see what you think. But actually, I quite like it with just joy. There we go. Right, what do we think? Do we want joy to the world? I think I prefer it without the to the world. I think I prefer it without. Maybe I might put it down there. Actually, that's better. I like it better down there. So I'm going to change up the design a little bit. I'm going to do this sign down there. I'm going to put it on some dimensionals, give it a bit of dimension. And then my nice bow won't be covered up either. So, well, what do you think? Do you think this is a worthwhile purchase? £20, only while stocks last. They have been selling quite well, I believe. A lot of people liking them. So, if you want one, don't hang around too long. Would be a really good way. Do you know, I think I've printed that on the wrong side. Never mind. I think I did it on the side that's not got such detailed stitching. There's stitching on both sides, but one side is a bit more detailed than the other. Joy to the world. There we go. And then I can just pull my bow, make that as tidy as I want it to be. Might do a smaller bow there, like so, and just trim these off a bit. There, that's very easy. I could easily see me sitting down for an hour or so, not even that, and making up those 8 cards that come in the kit, and then thinking of some alternatives to do with it. Okay, so that's it from me today. Thanks very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the paper pumpkin kit and seeing one of the cards being made up. I'll be back. I will make the other card up on the next video, and I will also show you some alternatives of things you can do with this kit. So please join me then. Be lovely to see you. Meanwhile, thanks very much for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Bye.